Allah has blessed us by bringing a man who was a reason for the development of this country. During his time, a lot of things were accomplished and achieved. And I'm sure those of you who are here for a long time can relate to this. This calls us to thank that person, because thanking those who did good things to us is part of thanking Allah. So thank you, Your Majesty, Sultan Qaboos bin Said. May Allah send His mercy to your soul. Ameen. Thank you for being a wise leader. Thank you for being a kind father. Thank you for being a great human being. Allah said, "We shall test you through fear, hunger, loss of life, property, and crops. But give good tidings to the patient, who, when disaster strikes them, say, 'Indeed, we belong to Allah, and indeed, to Him we shall return.'"
Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
He left a mark everywhere, in Oman and outside. Everything here reminds us of him, be it schools, hospitals, even this place. What our father, the Sultan Qaboos, has achieved will not be forgotten by us, nor will the time forget him. And the strength of this great nation is achieved by his wise leadership and his people. And it was Allah's blessing that He wanted the next leader to come out once again from this blessed family, the one who will carry on the job and take us from glories to glories. By the grace of Allah on us, that He chose for us a person who was chosen by our late Sultan Qaboos to be the best successor to the best predecessor. And that choice was made based on the qualities that the Sultan Qaboos saw in him that qualified him to become the next leader who will take care of this country, take care of Oman and its people. We all know that the process of development does not stop when it reaches a certain limit. It's an ongoing process that keeps moving. Therefore, it was necessary for us to renew our covenant and promise, and cooperate in righteousness and piety. And this will not happen unless we put our hands together. Allah said, "Hold on firmly together to the rope of Allah, and be not divided among yourselves." And that's exactly what our beloved Sultan wanted. Let us translate this into reality, so we can see the impact not just in our words, but in our deeds too. Let us be united behind the new Sultan, Sultan Haytham bin Tariq bin Taymur, who will spare no effort in moving this country forward. And we must be aware of what Allah has warned us from doing. We must avoid conflicts and disagreements, because it will result in failure and loss of strength. Allah said, "And do not dispute with one another, for you will lose courage again, and your strength will be lost." And after that, Allah told us in that same verse to be patient, because patience is a means of achieving hopes and a path to good prospects. Dear believers, know that the strength of nations is the strength of their people, and the richness of nations is the richness of their human resources. There is no greater blessing than human and its resources. The whole universe was created to serve this human. The earth, the sky, water, air, and everything this world is for you. Allah said, "We have honored the children of Adam, carried them on land and sea, provided them with good things, and preferred them greatly over many of those we created." We must really thank Allah for creating us in the best shape and gave us what distinguishes us from other creations, and that is the brain, the mind. And how do we thank Allah for the blessing of the mind? By using it in what it was created for: to think, to contemplate, to invent, to discover, to find solutions, and to innovate. Let us all work together to build and develop this nation. Do not worry, for Allah is with us. إن قلوبنا لتحزن وإن عيوننا لتدمع وإنا على فراقك يا أبانا لمحزونون. O Allah, forgive our father Sultan Qaboos and have mercy on him and give him strength, pardon him and be generous to him. Allahumma replace his home with a better home and a family better than his family. Protect him from the punishment of the grave and the punishment of hellfire. Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.